Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. Okay, war is hell. Achievement unlocked. Their forces are strong and grow ever stronger. Fortunately, your troops aren't too shabby either. It's war is hell. It's not blighted existence, sorry, but it's still pretty hard. Hero's Burden, gain plus 15 packed shard after every battle. The Elite. Start with friendly units get plus 5 health, plus 5 attack, plus 5 armor. Brawl. Friendly and enemy units gain plus 5, plus 10. Your pyre gets plus 10. Trying to think if, see, I was thinking about Little Fade with the spikes gain Little Fade, but now that I think about it, isn't that terrible because all the enemies are gonna have plus 10 health and they're not gonna blow themselves out on the spikes? She's gonna constantly die on the spikes. Yeah. So hold it. Little Fade with spikes isn't gonna be able to get any kills. Yeah, that's terrible. How would we do this? I hate to say it, but I'm really leaning towards Wildenton again because he can keep everything locked down and he's gonna come out with extra HP and attack and armor. Friendly units get plus 10 total attack, 15 total health, and 5 total armor. We could also go with the Hornbreaker Prince. I know this is an interesting decision, but if we get the multi-strike version, he can come out with extra attack immediately. It's not a huge play. I mean, that's just like one, stack of 10 rage from that rage card, but it is something early. Maybe he can also get more kills, but it's gonna be harder for him to get more kills, but he does more damage, and I don't know. And then also Hero's Burden is just gonna be absurd. We're gonna get 100 pack shards for no benefit on this challenge. It's gonna be tricky. Spine Chief is also pretty tempting. Echo Right is just interesting. Awoken could be good. You still get good spikes value, and enemies will still blow themselves out on the spikes. So that's tempting, but friendly units get enemy units get plus 5 attack. Our Sentient's gonna be in a bad spot. I think you are terrible. I think Solgar the Martyr is also terrible for this. I think Primordium could be pretty good. But I was leaning toward Little Fade. I think that's actually not what we want. I think her spikes is not gonna be that good anymore because all the enemies are gonna have too much health. If we can get her the kills, she can scale, but it's gonna be really tough. You wanna do it anyways? I don't know, I kinda think maybe we give it a chance regardless. Let's see what happens. Little Fade keep me alive. But I understand the negative here, but I wanna maybe try it out regardless. Entombed Explosive, pretty good. Bogfly, pretty bad. Fatal Melting, pretty okay. Buff, debuff, Seraph, pretty whatever. Bang. Yeah, that's terrible. Primordium could be good. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Primordium would come out with superb stats. When this fails, notice my phrasing, I think Primordium could be exactly what we're looking for. And actually, Mark of an Exile is pretty good too. We kind of do want our champion to die every turn, but coming out with 16 HP keeps her alive for quite some time. And the Train Stewards are pretty good as well. Units costing -2 is also tempting, but just give me the, because when anything dies, it comes back for free. Let's make our champion really good. And screw it, I'm gonna take Little Icarus. We don't have to put her in the front to start with. We can put her in the back. Non-boss enemy units get +4. I mean, here's the deal. They already do +5. We already have to kill them before they hit the top floor anyways, so how does this change things? Now, admittedly, this sucks, but you're not gonna kill my Little Fade. And if I put an Entombed Explosive is gonna blow themselves out though. Frick, man. You're gonna take 12 damage though. Like, get some of these out. Let's see how this goes. You have 11 HP? Well, I mean, a train steward will still kill you, fortunately. You're dying, which is terrible. I can't, you're not gonna get kills. This is the wrong fight for her. The units, that's fine. The units that have 1 health is the ones who we wanted, not the Apprentices of Light that slay and get damage shield. This is the wrong loadout. So I think we just want to make sure that you die. You're healing. Makes sense. We did get the gold, but can I kill you now? That's the tough question. I think we can kill you and gain permanent spikes. Would you look at that? Now, if I play anything down here, it'll die. I think we probably do want to fracture you. It'll do 8 damage, you'll heal for 5. There's a chance we can kill you next floor. You do a lot of damage. Entombed Explosive. You will blow up, and you will actually kill the Apprentice of Light. Everything on this floor is dying. You know what? I have to admit, I didn't expect it to go that well. You're also dying, which is absurd, and you're taking 19 damage. Beautiful. So I think, surprisingly, we're gonna be just fine here. I did not expect this. We did not get our champion, that's okay. I really thought that this would be a lot harder to deal with, but there you go. I mean, yeah. Crushing Demise is also great, but Draft is just such a good unit. Echo Infusion is kind of what I wanted, because I like the idea of buffing Little Fade's health so that she can scale more. I mean, she only has spikes 3, which is pretty bad, but I still think you take an Echo Infusion. And dude, what about a Big Sludge or Wickless Baron? Buff, debuff, Seraph. You gotta go Big Sludge. You're not gonna give him burnout, but I think he's a good freaking unit. We need him to have multi-strike though, of course. And we got a lot of units that can just go out in front and tank shots. Wormkin unit, Merchant of Steel. Yeah. Really, I just want the Merchant of Steel. See what we get. Multi-strike 1. I don't know why you cost 85, because of the guild marker. Beautiful. First of kin. Why do you always give me bad units? I don't want either of these. I think they're both trash. Etch +5. How many cards in my deck consume? 0? Beautiful. No, we skip. I will skip that almost every time it shows up. But Big Sludge Multi-Strike is fantastic. +5/+5 burnout 1. I gotta admit, I like that on the Draft. I also like that on the Entombed Explosive though. But the Draft starting with an extra stack of burnout means I can stick him in the back and actually get more value out of him, I think. Let's put it on a bomb. And give it more health. That way it'll just explode all the time. So now we have 30 pack shards, beautiful. Spell Chain. Echo Infusion Spell Chain is pretty good. I mean, we're gonna get the pack shards regardless. Why not spend your money, right? Choose a card to sacrifice. A bomb in a bomb is pretty interesting, but I don't think that's what we're looking for. I think we just leave. I don't think any of those are worth it. Enemy units appear on each floor. So it's gonna be the 1 health units, which are actually gonna have 11 health, but now we have our champion who maybe can go out there and get some kills, but maybe not, I don't know. You're gonna get 5 armor and you're gonna die. You're gonna get 2 kills, you're gonna get 1 kill. I mean, already, I kinda like it, and our Big Sludge is doing 100 damage per turn. So maybe this is just Big Sludge build. 8, 8, 8. Why are you taking 5? Spikes, because the spikes aren't quite there, but they're getting there. I mean, I think a Draft is really nice, but it's not gonna get the gold, but Fracture's not gonna get the gold either. I think he still played the draft. I didn't think they would have 11 HP, but it's really hard to kill him now. I'm gonna be able to kill you, no problem. So we should probably maybe fracture one of you. Then we can do some more damage. We're slowly engineering kills on Little Fade, but it is gonna be really hard to really permanently enable over the long run. I do kind of like this though. Little Fade into an Echo Infusion, and this is the idea, is that she gets really strong. It's actually pretty good with the Echo Infusion, and then she's actually surviving the attacks now in order to attack herself. 24. You're actually not getting a kill though. Who's getting a? I mean, Big Sludge is getting both kills. That's what this tells me. So a Bogfly in front doesn't do it, but a Bogfly here should. But then the Bogfly is going to get the kills. How much damage is coming in? 28 plus 11. 30. 39. Like the Bogfly here won't live to attack. As a result, I can't engineer Little Fade to get a kill. But you know what? I can do it with, I can get the kill with the Bogfly, now nothing's living, and maybe we can bring her back next turn. You grant spikes. I don't really care. Okay. Burnout 2. You have spikes 5 still. Can you get a kill? No. You sweep though. You do 30 damage. I can get a kill. Little Fade in the middle position will get a kill. Let's go. This is actually easier than I thought it was gonna be. I guess your units having better stats is worth way more than the enemy having better stats. Also, we have a 400 damage Big Sludge, which is pretty good. Come on, Little Fade. Now, you know, the real question is she getting a kill? We can do 50 damage or 100 damage to try to engineer this. I should have put her in the back. Of course Big Sludge is getting the kill. He does 400 damage. Well, that's fine. Purifying Cleanse, molded. Targeted mold, yes. All those stealth. This is how you can win the game. So it really feels like a molten encasement is absurd value. You want stealth, I'm gonna take it. Infused, Bogfly, Proclamation, Bounding Echoes, consume, apply, infuse to cards in hand. I think one Bounding Echoes is fine. We'll just go card draw. Duplicate. I would love to duplicate Big Sludge, but I think that's too many. Is it too many sludges? We've got a lot of garbage units. We can have 2 sludge floors. Maybe we want 2 sludges. Maybe we can meld him and then take a sludge, like have a Baron inside of him or something. Let's do it. Let's take a look. It's in a book. Oh, it's Bounty Stalker! It's so good! Yes, we have to. Extinguish +4 permanently, extinguish +8 permanently on the Bounty Stalker. I mean, I think we just duplicate him, honestly. Although now I'm thinking, if you put stealth unit inside of Bounty Stalker, then he can give stealth to anything that dies on his floor, including Big Sludge, every turn. That seems fantastic. No, we want to give him multi-strike and burnout. That is way better. Yeah. Gonna spell cost -2. I don't think that helps. +10 in piercing on a fatal melting, I'll take. We have 95 packed shards. Little rough. And then let's concealed caverns and then duplicate. Get Dante's candles. Oh my god, we even get freaking Dante on this one? Do we want Dante? What kind of a stupid question is that? Of course you want Dante. We can put Dante inside of a big sludge and have an even more big sludge. This run is going off the rails immediately, but I kind of love it. And you know what's great? Our champion is garbage. Our champion's not doing a damn thing. She has 7 spikes. She can't kill anything. These guys are getting all the kills. What are you gonna do? I mean, you don't do anything, you die. Apply days 1? Okay. I guess we will fracture you at least. No. All right. Now if we bring back, you have 27 damage. We bring back Little Fade. She's gonna die too quickly down here. She's gonna get this guy's gonna have 1 HP. She's not gonna get the kill. You still do it though. You still put out the big sludge. You still put out the Little Fade. He's got 1 HP. Maybe we can kill him next turn or something. Do you want the Bogfly? Not really, I kinda just want the multi-strikers. We have a lot of units to remove now. Also, Entombed Explosive is really good. You gotta bring back the multi-strikers though. They have Burnout now, they're so good. Oh my god, Little Fade's gonna get like 3 kills. You love to see it. You do 33 times 2, 25 HP, and 5 armor, and you have Burnout. You taking 25 damage doesn't really matter that much. You're gonna daze me though. I'm okay with that. You're gonna make it up. I'm okay with that as well. I think I just wanna do as much damage. I mean, this will get a kill, so I think we do this. Little Fade is gonna die now. They're all gonna haste up, which is terrible. But hey, there's a Fatal Melting. Primitive Mold will bring back a Bounty Stalker, so I think you go there. Just trying to think where to play this. I guess we'll play it here just to get the shard. We're not gonna play the bomb, I suppose. Energy would go a long way, because we do have a lot of cards that we need to play, especially the molds. We have to play every single one of those that shows up. But I think draw might still beat it. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough call. I think we'll give you the HP, and you're not gonna die. Also, Big Sludge is not getting very many kills. I think we kind of screwed him up a little bit. And by a little bit, I might mean a lot. You're not gonna die? There you go. You're not dead though! Final wave. I have nothing good to draw. You've got 23 HP. You're not even gonna die yourself. 26. Your damage shield is gonna keep you alive, but you're gonna hit the pyre for 10. I mean, there's nothing much I can do except put a Train Steward back here, but I don't really want to do that because I don't want the Train Steward to live. So, I guess we should play that on the boss. We'll take the 10 damage there. We just need our molds, and we need them to get good cards, and the cards that we want, and the cards that we know we want. We have to get a good mold next turn, basically. You have 1 HP. All right, I think giving you health is not really gonna matter that much. It's all about the draw. What do we get? We got a bomb with burnout 1 or a bounty stalker with burnout 3. I think that's gonna be enough. It's better than the bomb with burnout 1. You're taking 192 damage. We are gonna die, or we're gonna have to restart this run, which is a shame, but like, what were you supposed to do? The boss had too much damage thanks to the pact shards. So let's go back to the main menu. And I liked the build, and I like the units that we got. We got some very good units. I will admit, I think Primordium, with the fact that every time he gets eaten, he buffs the eater, is worth a lot. The real question is, what do you take after this? Do you take a primitive mold, try to bring him back, or do you go for, what did we have? Wormkin? Wormkin wasn't bad. I really like Melting Remnant though. I like primitive mold, I like dregs. In fact, dregs are kind of nice because they are pretty heavy hitters early. Little Fade was a little slow. I was kind of hoping our units could counteract that. I really thought we could get Little Fade more kills, but yeah, Little Fade is not the way to go. Primordium probably is though. So who do we want to go along with a Primordium build? I gotta admit, I'm still a fan of trying Wormkin, because you can buff Primordium with the Wormkin cards. Let's give it a go, and hope we get half as lucky as we did with the card selection, which was absurd. Absolutely absurdly amazing. 50% maximum health. I mean, that should scale with all of this stuff. Yeah, that's really, really good. 7 energy is good, but why not go all in on the stat gain? And I love Conscription Notice. More units. So more stats or more buffet. Because the stats are already so good, more buffet is what we're looking for. I mean, 1318 times 5, that's 65 and 90. This is gonna be tough. You know what? It's not worth it. It's not worth it for 75 gold. Normally, I just immediately take the option. This time, I'm gonna say no. We can't do damage, and the plinks are bad. So we're gonna pass on that one. What we will do, though, is make the world's, oh my god, morsels are so good. The world's best train steward, or maybe the world's best harvest baron here. Wickless Tycoon? Yeah, okay, you convinced me. Please kill that unit. No! You've gotta be on the top floor, you dick. Well, you know what, we could descend. It's still not enough. It's almost enough. The Baron will kill you, Primordium will kill you, and then you're gonna make it past. You dick. You have 83 HP? Okay, I don't need to worry about the fact that you're taking damage then. What do? Do you plink? Cave-in doesn't do anything, you're still gonna be dead. Cave-in here doesn't kill you. So I think we just do this. As bad as that is. Those guys are so hard to kill. I haven't been able to get them yet. This is good because it means that you die. And we get more gold. I love the gold gain. I do need some more fractures to kill you. We got there. So fracture, you're now dead. You are eating Primordium, which is terrible. You got down to 1 HP, and the reap happened afterwards. I mean, let's be honest, the boss is dead. I just wish we could have gotten a little bit more out of him. I mean, you know what, might as well eat the freaking morsel. All right, we're good. We got a lot of gold out of that too. So we missed the collector, but we kind of made up for it with the fact that Conscription Notice gave us some good units there. Packed morsels is great. Echo Infusion already infuses good. We probably don't need that much health, but this is kind of the build that we're trying for, is the Primordium build. Multi-strike 1, plus 25 HP. Ooh, this is not great, but a Crucible Collector should live forever. Morsel Maker, though, it's really tempting to take him. But why not go Crucible Collector? He's still gonna gorge out of control, and in fact, Multi-strike on him seems fantastic. Yeah, he's gonna run out of lifesteal charges, but who cares? He's gonna heal up to full every turn, and then he's gonna be an insanely overpowered unit thanks to the buff damage of Primordium. Like, why not do it? We don't have to be perfect. You know, he's an insanely good tank now. Do we give him the plus 25 HP? Honestly, probably not, because that's one gorge. Probably wait, maybe try to find like more multi-strike, or I don't know, plus 25 HP is still pretty good. Keeps him alive a little bit longer. I'll do it. This is one of the situations though I actually think that multi-strike is not bad. Okay, I'm also gonna make one Great Plink. I know, pack shards, yes. But I think we're building around the run now, instead of just taking Little Fade because she's a good unit. She didn't really build around the run at all. This seems way better. You are not a haste unit, which is good. It means we'll have a little bit of time to start scaling. And we get a Frost Shark. Frostbite 3. This'll kill everything. It'll take a couple of turns to pop, but why not? The boss is not gonna make it past him, we just need the Titan Sentry to live. We could even put the Titan Sentry up here to gorge, and then he's gonna get 1327 every single turn. You know, as funny as that is, you know what we should do? Put him here, kill the freaking Collector. Oh my god, he's gonna do it. Should have reaped. Yeah, you're dead anyways, but still. The theory is good. You're almost dead, but everything here is almost dying. You're gonna have enough stats. I think we do play this here. It'll get the kill as well. It does not get the kill because the Frostbite's getting the kill, dummy. So let's buff you. Plink will get some kills though. So why don't we plink it up maybe here? I hate that you're still hitting, but like, you know, whatever. Morsels, energy, or 3 HP. Might as well get a little bit of energy out of it. I like this. I like what we've got. It should work, in theory. This does 10 damage. You know what's probably enough to get the kill there. You would benefit from some lifesteal, so would you. Nothing's even really made it to the top floor, which is very interesting, but mostly that's just because, again, we get one free unit every combat, which is really nice in hindsight. And you are just absurd. You're a freaking golden god of a unit. 86 times 2. I mean, like, why not? I mean, you're freaking dead. Even if this lifesteal unit is not something we're gonna have forever, I think it's more than good enough for right now. I think we skip these. I know Perils of Production, I've never gotten it to work. It's too finicky. Well, I mean, we already have an Echo Infusion, right? Echo Transfer for more damage? Always nice to have. Damage doesn't seem to be a problem though, but it is gonna be a problem later. Extract 2. This is an Infuse Extract 1. This is also Infuse Extract 1. We can go damage on Primordium, hopefully, but let's go for Echo Transfer. Keeper of Echoes, Kinhost, Shard Soul Carver. I like these units. The question is, which one should we take? Shard Soul Carver could be melded into Crucible Collector. Maybe we skip melding though. Maybe we just take good units because our units are good. In which case, Keeper of Echoes is nice because it'll buff the champion that then gets gorged. We could probably go for taking a capacity upgrade. And it's also a good unit for even more stacks of multi-strike and whatnot. Wormkin unit, artifact, Pyre health, concealed caverns, merchant of magic. I don't have a lot of cash, so I think merchant of magic is not good enough. Yes, a holdover would be amazing, but we can't reroll and then also buy a holdover, so I think we're gonna go left. We're struggling for cash. I love +2 capacity. We can fit everything on the middle floor now and feel very good about things. Intrinsic. I really like an intrinsic echo infusion, but I also like an intrinsic echo transfer to make the champion a good unit. More damage is gonna help more, I think, than more HP in the long run. And then what was the other thing in the shop? -2. I can't put it on a unit. So let's see what we have here. Hellhorn Stygian or Umbra consumable. Rage 3, spell weakness or frostbite, Umbra consumable morsels. I'm okay with that. You're always gonna want to have morsels. Ah, if we make you intrinsic, you're probably not playable on turn 1. Crap. Unless we get echoes late. I mean, we don't need it though, because we actually do have such good base value on Primordium. He's already a 13-18. Keeper of Echoes can actually buff the HP the damage even more. It's actually very tempting because they both make good intrinsic cards, but they're not necessary with our champion. Echo Transfer is really good for the buff damage on Primordium being gorged, but I suppose technically we don't need it because he's already a 13-18. So maybe we'll just skip. And go card draw instead. Deal 1 damage. That is probably the best thing we could ask for, because it's probably not even something that scales with the pack shards, is it? The bombs have more health, but they still do the same amount of damage. So yeah, middle floor is what we're looking for. We actually got everything on turn 1, and actually we can play Echo Transferred, so this is a stupidly amazing turn. We got a quick Animus of Speed. Goodbye. And then we buff you. Right, we can't play that other card, you dummy. This is still fine. I just thought we could play them both. But our Crucible Collector did get plus 43 HP on that turn. And then I think we do want Keeper of Echoes here. It'll scale Primordium, which will scale Crucible Collector. I don't even think you play anything else. You just end turn. Oh, that's a good plink. 64 times 2. So you're both dead next turn. You only got 1 kill out of that, which is a little surprising. I'll play this, because then the Shelter gives a little bit more armor. You sweep. That's why we're taking so much damage. You both sweep. No, you sweep. You don't both sweep. You're gonna blow up and do 10 damage, which is not enough to kill a morsel. All right, I guess we'll just put out 4 morsels. I guess we'll put out 6 morsels. I mean, they do deal a lot of damage. They're actually almost getting a kill on this unit. I forgot that they had 10 damage built in. It's very funny. You're healing for 40 every turn. We just want to keep increasing that amount that you get every turn. Now our Crucible is 100 times 2, 200. And at this point, you know, who cares if it actually runs out of damage, I guess. Lifesteal, because it just has so much base health. That's the plan. We just have one unit that can, you know, two-shot everything in the whole game. This went way better. When you actually take a champion that works with the challenge, it's way better. Double buffs and armor. Not what we're looking for. Kindle, not what we're looking for. Perfect Insanity. It's actually a very good card. It's a little hard to play, but permafrosted and then played later, it actually can work pretty well. I could take it, but it's always nice to kill one unit that's really annoying. And Alloyed Construct is probably even a better unit. Why? Because of the multi-strike? We already have multi-strike on the Crucible Collector. What would we do with the Alloyed Construct? It's a very good point. Let me think. I don't know. I mean, it's a good unit. You might as well take it, right? I guess in theory, we can give this even more multi-strike than the Crucible Collector has. And it's gonna have insane stats. Crucible Collector is already like a freaking god, though. I guess I'm trying to figure out what's the end play here. Because you are the same as the Crucible Collector that I already have. So what do you do? What would you say you do in this deck? As of right now, you do nothing that the Crucible Collector doesn't already do. Zegas Jr. says Kinhost. Kinhost is not that good because I cannot replay it. We cannot bring it back from the dead, so it's gonna come out as like a 40-40. Better as a side unit. I don't really have room for a side unit though. We have so many morsels. Maybe the Alloyed Construct is what we want. Making of a morsel, packed morsels. It's its own floor, I suppose. 35 times 2, 40. What's a unit essence? Multi-strike and gorge gain fuel. You know what? We can meld it. Put this inside of a Crucible Collector, and then all of a sudden Crucible Collector is multi-strike 3. After the first turn, but it's a free multi-strike. It's not enough, and it's weird to say, but it is not enough. We need more damage in order to defeat the final boss with 5 units that could have 200 HP each. 3 multi-strike doesn't cut it. So where do we get more damage? Probably from Keeper of Echoes. Add multi-strike to this thing, and then it's gonna start buffing itself, but not that quickly. But, you know, it's still good to put it on the Crucible Collector, you know? Why not, right? Yeah. Do we have a meld coming up? We do. God, it's so tempting to do that, though. It is. It's so tempting. Okay. And here I think you do go card draw. I don't think we need the capacity. What the hell are you? It's you again! I don't want you! No. Although deal 4 damage is meaningless, but the heal that this turns into is also equally meaningless. I really don't want enemy units to have damage shield. We're already having a problem hitting them all. What does this do? Judgmental Fittings? Malika Mutator Event. Judgmental Fittings. Oh, thanks for changing the page. Damage spells get piercing. Damage spells get piercing. I don't have any damage spells except for 1 damage plinks that can't even do anything. So this seems like a very bad event. I'm just gonna say leave. Yeah. The Corrupted Cloud is tempting, but who cares about, healing for 5 every turn? I mean, you know what? Why not? 4 damage is meaningless when I have, 80,000 HP on everything. Screw it, I'm gonna take it. Because I think it's actually gonna be easy to do. Real easy to do. I think I want an Umbra unit. And we can dupe whatever our best unit is. What do we have? Spell Chain and Intrinsic. Very tempting to put both of those on Echo Infusion, and then our health is no longer a problem. Shadow Eater and Morsel Master. What trash? Yeah, just god-awful. Would that kill Morsels? Morsels have like 25 HP, so who cares? When you summon a Morsel, create a copy. It's absolutely awful. You know what we can do? Just dupe a Crucible Collector and have another one. I think that's what we're gonna do. Skip. We're gonna meld and duplicate our best unit, because why not? Engage Pact. Alloyed Construct, get out of here. Go inside of the Crucible Collector. You come out inert, who cares? And then, do we want Intrinsic Spell Chain? We're gonna get so many Pact Shards, but also, this is exactly what we're looking for, isn't it? Intrinsic Spell Chain, Echo Infusion, it gets played immediately. Buffs the health of your unit. Although, our champion is gonna Gorge, but Packed Morsels is also tempting with Intrinsic, because then it will give you more morsels for another floor, but by the time turn 2 rolls around, we should get some morsel generator. I actually think Echo Infusion is very good. Echo Transfer I would also love, but this just gives us a lot of scaling health, especially with our champion, who is now going to have Buffet 8. Primordium is also very tempting with status effects being transferred. It means armor will transfer, but I have no way of giving multi-strike, rage, anything like that. So we're just gonna go for Buffet. We're gonna go for raw stats again, but it's what I like. We're gonna dupe you. We have 150 Pact Shards. Enemy units appear in each floor. The enemy units that appear in each floor never scale, so they're 2-1. Super easy. If they hit the pyre, I don't care. Okay, well they're 7-10, but still. Did I forget that they buffed? Yes, I may have forgotten that they buffed themselves. So be it. We can still kill several of them, and maybe not all of them, but we'll still be happy. You haste up. It's actually really bad. Like really bad. I think the Pyre is gonna take an absolute metric F ton of damage because of you existing. But what else are we gonna do? We got a quick Animus of Speed. It actually helps quite a lot. Gets a kill, even one kill I'm happy about. But I don't have a way of killing these units that are moving up on this turn. So I think the Pyre is about to take 46, 51, plus the spike and the extra damage from this guy. I mean, I think we're gonna be lucky to live. I might be able to kill the Quill Marksman, but I've got to run the math here. Reap 2 and then Plink 1. It's only 6 damage. That's bad. That's real bad. I really don't care about you. So I think the trial might actually kill us because of the fact that it was haste, and I didn't even notice. I always make that mistake. I always fail to look. I'm just gonna call, I fail to look all the time. I can't even kill you when you move up because you have damage shield. I liked this run too. That's the piss off. I like what we had here, and I think I just screwed it up yet again. So how would we live here? I mean, you have 150 health. My Pyre does 40 damage. I have to kill you when you move up. You need to get to 140 damage. You are gonna maybe hit the pyre for 15, but I'm gonna draw spells. I mean, I think it looks something like this. We have to play this. Fracture doesn't do it on its own. Echo Transfer. We reap you to get rid of your damage shield. And then, you know, that gives us the ability to at least play a Crucible Collector, even though it's not gonna do anything. Maybe I can play, I mean, it's gonna 40, 50, 60. It's gonna die if I play it down here, so we might as well play it here. I mean, that unit almost died. Yeah, you died. So yeah, I mean, that was a mistake to enable the trial. I'm gonna be honest, I thought there were gonna be 2 1s. We're gonna do the run again, because I think it'll work. I thought there were gonna be 2 1s, and we could have killed the units that moved up, but they had haste, and I completely did not look. I'm gonna be honest. I should have looked. I didn't. I apologize. Let's move on. Buff debuff Seraph. Let's try it again. I mean, this is a very hard challenge, and I'm also not used to having, maybe, this many pack shards. I really am not. So this is not the buffet I wanted. You know what? Honestly, freaking give me the buffet I wanted. What are you? Rally? Whatever. You gonna give me the buffet? You know? All right, you know what? Freaking, I'll do this all day. I don't care. There you go, buffet 5. I wish I could just like do the last run again. We'll play your 3rd card, draw 1, daze enemies on the top floor. I think draw will take the gold. I'll turn it on for a unit draft, but I understand what this entails. Most of the enemies are gonna die when they move up anyways. Bogflies, actually really enjoy, because you can get a lot of them out at the same time. So we're gonna Bogfly, Primordium, Plink, Plink. Now look at this, we got some actual freaking damage. Would you look at that? Definitely play a morsel. And then can I kill anything moving up? I might be able to kill you eventually. Might as well. I did kill him. We have a 70-70 Bogfly. This is an easy, I'm realizing now, after the first boss, War is Hell, the trial, is gonna get absurdly difficult. That should be obvious, but the early game is really easy with Primordium anyways because of the fact that Primordium has so many stats that he's just out of control amazing. I mean, our damage output up here even is just absurd. That's very easy. What do we get? Space Prism, Crucible Extension, Perils of Production. I would like a Space Prism. I don't think we need another Bogfly. So I think this is a skip. This is what I'm interested in, a unit. Now, do you take the Alloyed Construct, or do you go for Crucible Collector yet again? Crucible Collector is an insanely good tank with the lifesteal, but you do get a lot of health by just having him gorge every turn. And Keeper of Echoes with Inspire can buff Primordium, which means that you're actually gaining more stats every single turn. I kind of like the Keeper of Echoes, although I will admit Crucible Collector is very good. And as we saw, we can take very easily like almost 70 damage at the beginning of the 4th fight. So having the lifesteal is actually very meaningful. And the unit is also infused. The lifesteal trigger I think is amazing. I really do think Crucible Collector is a very good opening move because it's such a good tank. So I'm gonna take it because it can keep itself alive basically permanently. We're gonna go Umber unit. Yet again, we're gonna look for better units. Large stone, tempting. Morsel Master Alloyed Construct. So yet again, we get the same choice. And I'll admit, I'm actually very tempted to make the same decision. Put you inside of the Crucible Collector, make it large stone, reroll, try to find multi-strike, and then good to go. We probably don't need large stone though. Save the capacity for maybe another morsel. But I think we go with the same thing, because I think it will work, and the extra multi-strike is very helpful. So large stone, I don't think we need that scaling. I think we just re-roll immediately. As long as you don't get endless, you're fine. Quick, I'll take. Multi-strike would be best. Yeah, we'll just buff you with everything we can get. You might as well take the gold. I mean, maybe, I don't know the strategy here. Is the strategy, let's look at everything instead of just clicking on buttons, okay? I go way too fast in this game. You're gonna grant even more spikes. Everything is gonna have spikes 5. I understand what I'm getting myself into. What was I gonna say? I don't know. It's okay. You don't have any multi-strike, because we couldn't infuse the unit yet. In fact, we can't do it until after the boss fight. That's actually a lot scarier than I thought. But what else are we going to do? So I guess what we are going to do is this. I mean, you do like the same amount of damage. It'd make more sense to try to kill you as quickly as possible. I like that. You're gonna take at least some damage. God damn it, every time with the freaking collector. Well, you at least get a morsel out there. And then you probably want a bogfly too. We drew another card. You probably want another morsel. Okay, maybe not. Turns out that morsel doesn't do anything. The extra damage from the reap would have been nice. I'm extremely happy to know that you have actually died. I should have looked at the card. I'm sorry. What did I say? I go too fast. What am I doing? Going too fast. You're dead. Get out of my deck. I suppose the bogflies, because they have better starting stats, at least for the early game, they're pretty nice in order to I don't know, play you there. They're pretty nice in order to do a little bit of extra damage, but they're gonna be outscaled super quickly later on. Oh, and I just realized every enemy being stronger means sweeps are gonna be way more annoying too. I will take a making of a morsel. It's infused. I'll take a hosting kin as well. There's some enemy waves that you just want to be able to reorder the position of the enemy units. I think this is pretty good. Are we gonna go for Merchant of Steel and look for a multi-strike on Crucible Collector? I really like the fact that he lifesteals himself. That's basically why I'm on this guy still. Yeah, and then we can just maybe dupe him again like we were planning on doing it anyways, down there. A Wormkin unit could be kind of nice, but I actually think that, what the heck was that? We'll just go this way. Steward units get +5/+5, damage shield 2, multi-strike 1. 20 times 2 multi-strike units. Damage shield 2, multi-strike 1. That's not bad. I think for a while, just to help get us through the next couple of combats, I kind of like that. Now, we could also just buff them slightly. I do wish that we had a better choice of upgrades here, of course. I mean, a 35 times 2 train steward is not that bad. Quick. Oh, come on! Where's my multi-strike? Where's my multi-strike? I guess I'm just gonna make good train stewards for a while. It's pretty bad. Build a card. Frostbite, Spike, Sap. These are not good enough. I guess Spikes can get rid of damage shield on units. Frostbite can as well, but it's a little slow. Do we want a buff card or a damage card? I think we want a damage card. Let's give it Frostbite. Push. Maybe pull, actually. To pull weak units forward. No, but we're gonna have so much damage on our frontline unit anyways. It's gonna be overkill. Give me a push. And then give me gold. Frostbite 8 push to the back. Because we can play it on a unit in the back if it'll kill them anyways, I think. I mean, it will. All right, let's see. What do we got? Ranistan says, AbeClancy Animus of Will. I mean, I would love to get an Animus of Will in this deck. I'm just gonna call it, that would be amazing. I wish I could play the Bogfly, but I can't. You're not dead yet either, which is very surprising. There's no capacity for the Morsel Miner, I'm realizing. Bit of a mistake. Let's make sure that you die and just get you out of my deck. I should have looked at the draw, but I mean, we couldn't have played anything anyways. Fine here. Hit, kill, hit, kill, hit, kill. We're killing everything on this floor. Not killing everything on this floor, but hopefully that'll change. We can't play a morsel anywhere, so don't even worry about that. What do you play then? We could fracture Daedalus, then that'll purge his damage shield, and then maybe try to stack it up on the unit in the back down here, who actually does need to be hurt more. Unless we draw one of our super train stewards, which we did, in which case, now you're dead, and then you're gonna die up here to the Crucible Collector. So let's keep stacking that up. Okay. I will say it would be nice to have an Animus of Will at this point, wouldn't it? I mean, it's just a good unit. I would kill to have one of those. Get you out of my deck. Well, I say get you out of my deck, you're actually a great unit. Like an Animus of Will with the base stats and then also being eaten, or eating, I should say, Primordium. That'd be a lovely combination. Taking 200 damage. So again, the early fights are easy, the later fights are gonna be harder. At this point, we should probably think about, I'll just play you there, not taking trials, especially if the enemies all want to ascend. We gotta be careful about that. Shroud Spike, Echoes of the Past, Blazing Bolts. So this is interesting because Echoes of the Past does allow us to buff the damage of Primordium severely, which will then get transferred onto a Crucible Collector or other unit. But Shroud Spike does mean we can get some absurdly good gorging, especially if we had more capacity. We could even super gorge like a Train Steward or something. Like +6/+6 Morsel Shroud Spike is really good. And we have a lot of making of a morsels. So I kind of think Shroud Spike, honestly, is what we want here. You are all terrible. You're all garbage. I hate you all. I think these are awful. Kinhost Vessel maybe, but draw, energy, capacity. I don't think we need capacity. I think we need draw? Although energy would also be nice because we do have Winged Steel. I could see that going either way. All right, buffet triggers. Then meld. I would like Construct to go inside of Crucible Collector. I mean, I guess we could put it inside of a construct, but then, you know, we gotta actually gorge the unit. You having multi-strike, I mean, you're gonna be eating the champion. I will do that, actually. We could just dupe the Shroud Spike. We need more damage! Where do we get the damage? Probably another one of you. Because we can always Shroud Spike one of them and let the other one eat the champion, and then we've got two of these big boys who actually have very good damage output now. Armor 15. Will this matter? The Quill Marksmen are gonna do a lot of damage, but we have no direct damage spells ourselves, so I think this is okay. It doesn't really change the math all that much. I'm looking and I'm analyzing in the thick of things. You start with Spell Shield? Interesting. Actually, we want to start here. I think we do want a Space Prism here, though. And then you're gonna get armor if I play one of these, but a Fracture will help to kill you. Do we think we're gonna need the damage? Would the armor actually be worse than the Fracture? I think the Fracture would be a little bit worse. So just play the Plank. We didn't get a morsel. A little disappointing. To be expected, though. To happen at some point. Just not now, please. So if you go out, you will die. You don't have the health to survive. Old Magic can push you back. Train Stewards can live. Yeah. I mean, ideally, we should actually like push you back with Old Magic, and then Train Stewards will live. It'll be like this. Now you're taking 48 damage. Glad we didn't draw a... glad we didn't draw a morsel generator. I would have been very sad. That's fine. You're dead. You're killing me. 40. So you're gonna have 150 damage. This is gonna be a little tricky, killing you. Should have put you in the front maybe, but I don't think it would have mattered. Let's reap you. Damage Shield, Rage, and Ember Drain 3. I could keep you alive, and then we'll get the kills in the next floor. But then, like, I'm looking at the future, and the future sucks. It's not like we really need anything. Like, we don't need the energy for any of these cards coming up. We should have taken energy. What was I thinking? 140. You're gonna have like 150 HP, and you're gonna gain... $19 damage. I'm worried about you not dying, but I think if I reap you enough, I can kill you. Man, that Crucible Collector Multi-Strike 3 would have been so good. I definitely, you know, I'll admit it, I screwed up big time. Luckily, though, you are dead, barely. You are also going to be really annoying enemies. It's, ooh. It's actually a really nice card. You're hitting once, then you're hitting you once. You're gonna live at this rate. You hitting the pyre for 5 a couple of times doesn't matter that much. I'm gonna push you to the back. Maybe we should have played at the top floor, I don't know. We need more damage. We need a lot more damage. Yeah, you are gonna live at this rate, which is not ideal. I think you will live. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. You're gonna hit the pyre maybe twice? Yeah, for 10. That's not terrible, and we did very good on the middle floor, so the boss should die. I just want a morsel. That's all I'm looking for. Just one piddly little morsel, please. Well, that's the best thing that we can do. Damn it, Shroud Spike! As soon as we freeze that card, it'll be playable now. Well, not now, but later. Damn it, Shield 2, hit, 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 and still die. Might as well play this on you then. What do you look like? 126 times 2 with 165 HP. It's actually going to raise up. You're okay. You're okay in my books. That didn't go that badly, like, at all. I can't complain. -1 capacity, +1 energy. That's a great card to have. Cannibalize is really good as well, but I think we need the energy. Deal 15 damage for each consumed spell. Extract, apply melee weakness 3. Consume, gain 1 energy per echo. So I see the synergy between Forgotten Trade and the spike, but we already can't even play the spike at all. We're not drawing it on the right turns. But Force Contamination for melee weakness so we can get a kill on something. I'm willing to do it. I would also like to have the Extract Daze card, potentially. We have to upgrade. We need upgrades, but also a Hell Vent. I don't know what we would look for. I really don't. Let's go for the upgrades then. Units get an extra upgrade slot. I know there was an Extract card in there, but this is just so good. Now we can we can upgrade a freaking Train Steward, 50 times 278, but Alloyed Construct. Big old tanky Train Steward. Then this Train Steward can get an upgrade. Like, why not, right? Quick! Why with the quick game? Stop it! I will take it. I mean, these are really bad upgrades for a quick unit, but I hate that. I hate that so much. Can I engage anything? I mean, we should have upgraded. Oh, I'm stupid. Well, no, because these guys have multi-strike. Maybe I shouldn't have worried about the Bogfly so much. I could put a Bogfly in the Train Stewards, I guess. Upgrade a spell that costs -2. All right, Shroud Spike is now really good. You know what? At 170 packed shards, why not wait a minute? Oh my god. Spell shield 2. Look, our spells do literally no damage, so what do I care? Now the real question is, how many stacks of stealth are you gonna have when you come out? Well, I mean, we do this, we do this, we do this. What do we get? A plank. Okay, well, you know, it is what it is. You only had 1 stealth, so putting the Reap on you may have been stupid. You're the large stone one. I'm glad I played you, don't get me wrong. I can give you stuff. You're gonna be able to attack an engine upgrade. You're gonna be able to attack next turn, which is great. You're dying, which is great. I guess we can just play a Bogfly, although it is going to not do anything. We should have played it in front probably. Save some damage shields. You're dead because you can't hit anything. Good point. You're fine. Hit, hit, hit. You're gonna live in the front. So we'll do it like, you're gonna have no attack because you have no morsels. That's not daze, that's melee weakness, you dummy. Oh my god, just end me. End my life. If you're taking 70, we should do this. I suppose we'll just put you in the back then. Begin buffing you guys. And melee weakness was just totally garbage. But hey, Shroud Spike can finally be played. We're going to Shroud Spike. I mean, if I Shroud Spike you 12 times, you will gain 72 damage and 72 HP. You can basically kill everything that moves up. That seems good, so it's what I'm gonna do. Please tell me you're dead now. Thank you. Thank you, and then we can play a train steward up there later too. Okay. You're not dying. Now you're dying, but wait, there's more! You also have 13 fuel, which is fantastic. Give me the gold. Play a morsel, what do we draw? A train steward. You know, I actually think the train steward is very good to play because we need to get through the stealth. And that's, I mean, what's better way than just units, garbage units. It seems like they're doing a good job. You're living! Because we're overkilling the 2 units in the front by such a degree. No. You're taking 3 damage. Yo, the pyre is about to be obliterated. Can I just say though, quick. It's the only thing we found in the damn shop. Over and over again, quick. I don't want quick from the shop. I want something else. I need my big units here to actually have more attacks. Oh, that's a bad draw, but that's okay. Just took 64 damage for no reason. Dude, I mean, Ember Forge could be pretty nice. Put it inside of a, oh, can't do that. It still could be nice, but I think I just want another engine upgrade. We need the energy. Okay, there's Soul Crushing Guilt, the one that I wanted. Discard, infuse, -1, consume. For like a making of a morsel that I can play for free, so I can gorge. That's why I'm taking this card. Okay, so guess what? We're going to continue to search for something at the merchant. I'm going to purge a train steward, and I'm going to purge one of these plinks. Oh my god, we found multi-strike. Woohoo! You really have nothing, huh? I can give you a little bit of HP. Endless isn't quick, but summon a friendly rebel unit or upgrade. We want upgrade. We want summon apply stab 4. No, strike melee weakness on you. We have a mega unit. I can't believe it. It's happened. Tempted to remove the other construct now, or Crucible Collector rather, but I think having 2 is okay. Okay, and then we seem to be getting so much money, which is strange to me, but let's just make 1 better Bogfly. And then 180 pack shards. Ah! It's too much. It's too much. I should have removed cards. We have 440 bucks. I think this is a very easy fight for us though. I'm not worried really about this boss. I'm worried about the units. The units are just absurdly strong. That being said, we actually got good draw. This guy looks pretty good now. Ooh, that's very nice, thank you. We kind of need that so that we can uber gorge our Crucible unit. As soon as we get the card that lets us do that. Return Soul does not have the ability to return the card I need it to return. However, what I will do is bring back a Blink and kill it. Crucible Collector, you are gonna die. You know what? I should not have placed these units where I placed them. It doesn't pull you to it pushes you to the back. It doesn't pull you to the front. God damn, I'm dumb. I'm mistaking every card because I'm not reading the card, I'm just anticipating or assuming what I have, but what I assume that I have is actually wrong half the time. It's entirely my mistake. It's just a dumb mistake to be making. I guess we can play this here. Old Magic is actually pretty okay. If I play it here, you will actually die. This middle floor, it looks harder than it actually is. Now, we will be able to Shroud Spike next turn. You love to see it. We are gonna have a lot of energy too. You love to see it. Where do you play this? I don't know. Play it here. We are basically having one big floor, but I kind of like that. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't draw that. Or, you know, the card. The card. The heart of the cards. I have no capacity anymore. You might as well play a Train Steward. Are we going to melee weakness something? I think it's okay to melee weakness the boss. Should have played the Bogfly too, I forgot it costs 0. Save the Pyre. Discard pile? There's nothing in the discard pile, that's fine. Making of a morsel. We're gonna gorge the heck out of you. We could also gorge the heck out of this Train Steward and make a super Train Steward. But because our damage is so good on this unit, why wouldn't you just do this? Make 193 times 3 with Sunderstone applied. Sounds good to me. Oh, by the way, there's more. I can't even fit anything on this floor. I think 2 Crucible Collectors, I hate to say it, might be too many. Which is not normally what you're looking for, but I think it's what we're getting. Oh, dude, absolutely. You're taking 1,500 damage now. We'll play this. I don't know. Maybe I can get you to gorge, and then you'll have multi-strike and damage. But we should remove you because the other one is so much better than you. That's what we should do. Oh, the boss is almost dead. I made my cards more expensive. Pound the Zero, welcome. How's it going today? Sorry, I ignored chat for a minute there because I was in the middle of playing cards. What does Infusion do? Looks like Disposable gave it to you. The gist of it, you get these echoes on a floor by Infusion, and Extract is a cost of playing the card. So Infusion adds, Extract subtracts. That's a freaking huge unit. I mean, we almost killed the boss before they even made it up. I still don't really like our deck. But, you know, he is dead. He's very dead. Return 5 consumed spells to the top of your draw pile. Engine upgrade, hosting kin, shroud spike, space prism, making of a morsel. Whatever we get out of returned soul. That's tempting, but another shroud spike is also tempting, but we can just duplicate the one that we have? But this is also a really cool turn if we get Wormkin etchings when we need it. Energy! We should have taken energy first. Is there a duplicator? It is, and it is by Merchant of Magic. So we can remove Crucible Collector and then duplicate one of them. I think we need a Merchant of Magic. We need to be able to freeze cards. Relics would be nice, but our run kind of works. Gorge abilities trigger an additional time. More lifesteal. We don't really need that many lifesteal triggers, but it also is more fuel. The top floor gains one that cannot be removed. That's not really that important. And days 3 melee weakness on the first enemy units is also not really that important. So I am gonna remove the alloyed, or the other Crucible Collector. It's just not even close to being good enough. This other one is way better. Permafrost is exactly what we were looking for. I think on a Making of a Morsel, that's actually good. But on a Return Soul, we can bring back a Making of a Morsel. So it's probably a little bit better on you. Plus 20 magic power and consume. You know what? Sure, give me one good plink once. Make a spell cheaper, absolutely. Please make the either Wormkin etchings or engine upgrade. Let's do engine upgrade because they consume anyways. Double cast, or double stack. Double stack is not particularly great, but on forced decontamination, melee weakness bonus, it's okay. We'll make the other engine upgrade free because now they're just guaranteed playable. We're spending a lot of cash, which is good. Super buffet triggers you like. This is 7 damage. This is, 4 times 13 damage. We're not really scaling as quickly as we have on previous runs of this type, but it's not that bad. Let's save a little bit of money for the future. We have a 30 card deck and 220 packed shards. Good God. Armor 20. I think we can do it, but I think it's because, what does armor 20 mean? Units are gonna go from 40 health to 60 health. That doesn't move the needle at all, so you might as well turn it on and get the gold. I will also say though that you guys are terrifying because of the fact that you're gonna add so much garbage to my deck and I'm gonna have to play it. We're gonna draw through the deck so slowly. You have 300 HP? We have to buy time for Crucible Collector to scale, which unfortunately means the top floor, but we do so much damage it's gonna hopefully be okay. Let's do it. And then engine upgrade here. And then at least that's some damage. Keep the Return Soul in your hand. There's self-mutilation. We kind of have the energy in order to play the self-mutilations. We need capacity. Oh, that's actually real bad. Yeah, that's actually real bad because without the capacity, I can't play a morsel and then Return Soul spike it. So this is gonna be a little tricky. I mean, I have no idea how this is gonna work. I think we're probably gonna die, but this is not the trial. This is just, these units suck. So, melee weakness, it doesn't push to the back, but it will help to get a kill on a unit in the future. So, I would really like to do it here, but I don't think we're gonna get the packed shards, or not the packed shards, but the echoes on the floor. Unless we play Return Soul, but I'm really hoping to Shroud Spike something. So I think we want to... You're easier to kill, you're harder to kill, but I can push you to the back, in which point you're not gonna die. If you make it to the pyre, we're freaking toast. So we gotta figure out a play here. We might have to play Return Soul just to live. I don't love it. Got Wormkin Etchings. Mission upgrade. It's like, what do we have to do? We have to push you to the back and then give you a whole bunch of melee weakness. And you know what? We can bring back forced contamination in order to push you to the back. Or not push you to the back, but give you 6 melee weakness, because that's enough to kill you. You're gonna make it to the pyre probably, but you're just gonna hit it with, well, 8 damage per turn, which is a lot, admittedly. So I think we need to do this. Oh, I can't bring back the card that I want. That's actually still fine. I think we need to bring back Old Magic to push. It's got to be played here, though. What a conundrum. Well, I guess you just play it here. Yeah. But then you can give you, no, wrong card. The morsel's gonna hit the freaking melee weakness. Oh my god. I am dumb. That is, yeah, that's a bit of a bad play. Although, we're not screwed, but we're pretty much screwed. I don't know what we could draw. This was like the one card that I needed to draw. Oh my god, it actually worked. And then we just Shroud Spike you 12 times. You want to keep this Train Steward alive? I mean, Shroud Spiking a damage shield morsel is not particularly great. So, like, you might as well just do it down here, I suppose. That was a pretty big mistake, though. Are we done with this fight yet? No? This'll kill the pyre? Oh, thank God, we can get out of here. Dude, this is hard! 220 pack shards? I just want, like, my good units, please. We got a Train Steward. Well, I mean, we can fit it. I mean, we're actually just dead right now. Well, I assume we're dead. We're not dead! We're dead. We can't do anything with all the self-mutilations, but Crucible Collector doesn't scale for several turns. Our units don't come out and do a lot of damage. We don't have a sweeper, we can't hit the back line. So all of these purifiers that move up every single turn and add garbage to my deck, they're just slowly killing me. And it's not even that slow. It's actually very quick. It just happened. So I'm very disappointed, but this is a very tough trial. I've never played with this many pack shards, so I don't know how to handle it. I don't know what I'm looking for, and I'm making mistakes. But again, that's one of the situations where it's not like the trial killed us. It's probably just a bit of luck. You know, we got no good upgrades. Was this the quick one? Yeah, this was quick, and quick on our upgrades. And it just didn't fly. You know, we needed more damage than we could have been a little bit better there. And the Shroud Spike play didn't work. We couldn't draw anything on that fight because everything lived for so damn long. It's a tough trial and I kind of hate it, but it needs to be done at some point, or does it? Stroke of the chin. Am I salty? I'm a little salty. I'm salty because getting 100 pack shards with no value is, I mean, it's very tough. I like what we're doing with Primordium, and I think that this is definitely one way that we can win, but I am thinking that maybe we just go Primordium and because on this run we didn't get anything that buffed Primordium. We didn't get any of the Echo transfers or Echo infusions or whatever they are. But maybe you just go with Animus of Will. You try to find a multi-strike Animus, you put Primordium in front of it or behind it, and then all of a sudden you have a multi-striker built in. All you got to do is keep that unit alive, and then you have enough damage to kill these enemies. And we did have a multi-strike Crucible Collector, but it was just far too slow. So I guess I'm thinking now that an Animus doesn't really solve that problem, but maybe if you had multiple Animuses and you had the good unit meld of Morsel Maker so that they gain +6/+6 every turn, or maybe you just take a sweeper, put the sweeper in front, and the sweeper is doing 100 damage to all units, and then something in the back can deal with everything else. Or maybe you get a relic that roots enemies, then you have a couple of turns to deal with them. There's options, but these units are freaking tough thanks to Hero's Burden and Brawl that I'm having to really think about what I'm doing, and I play fast, which is a problem. But I'm also thinking that a lot of champions just don't get very good use, do they? We tried to use what was it? We tried to use our Little Fade. She was terrible, and I imagine she'll probably still be equally bad in her other forms. Plague says Awoken's got good sweepers. It is tempting to just go Wildenton again. Even then, though, I don't think he's got enough damage to kill the backliners, because he only comes out with 35 when you get 2 stacks of sweep and 1 stack of quick. But I suppose you could give him 1 stack of sweep and 2 stacks of quick, and that would really give him a lot more damage output. So he would be 25 times 2 with quick. That would give him a lot better value, but with 30 HP, he'll die so fast. I don't know. Hellhorned. Hellhorned Hornbreaker Prince would be kind of nice. He comes out with a lot of multi-strike by default, which means he's got a lot of base damage, and then the rage is going to make him scale. You need something that keeps him alive. Hornbreaker Prince Wrathful is worse because it's harder for him to get revenge. It's harder for him to get slay triggers. You can't really use the spike ploy as effectively. Shardtail Queen. Pretty low value, although admittedly it'll be easier to put imps in front and have them all get killed via action. You'd really have to get a couple of imps like every turn though, or 1 imp that's really tanky, but the enemies do so much damage too, because they get buffed as well. This would be very good for sweeping though. Sentient. Spikes is always nice, but enemies doing more damage means it's harder to keep you alive. Wildenton, I'm leaning into Wildenton with 1 sweep and 2 quick. That might give him the damage to kill all those annoying enemies that have enough HP that 2 sweep, 1 quick doesn't quite do it. Do it. Tethys sucks. Soulguard sucks. Penumbra, I think, also sucks for this. Primordium is amazing if you get the right unit eating it. Rector, I will admit the Harvest trigger is very good for making a super tank, and the Resolve Reform trigger does give you some pretty good scaling damage. You've got to get good units out there and get the good units dying every turn, but it is tempting. Resolve might scale too slowly for the enemy units though. Like, how do you kill the enemy units that all have 1 HP at the first level when they all have 11? It's going to be a lot harder. Little Fate, I think, just sucks. For this trial, I think she actually kind of blows. She doesn't have the HP to survive, and the enemies have too much HP for spikes. And Extinguish Burnout is always scary because you have to ensure that you mold her back every turn. And Extinguish Burnout Endless could work but it is still a little slow because you have to put your units out, die, and then still be able to kill units that have made it up. Infector, you know, I gotta admit, Spine Chief might be where we want him. It's hard to keep him alive, though. You need quick on something, because the enemy units being so strong, because of all the pact shards, he's just gonna die super quickly. Corruptor or Infector could be pretty good. I've never done full Decayer build, but Inspire, Apply Reap doesn't really interest me that much. It is the tankiest, though, looking at the numbers. And then Echo Right. I mean, I've never really gotten Etch Armor to work. Resolve, bring back cards is always fun. And if you get a good shell build, Bog Deep Cocoon is nice, but it's actually not that much damage. A 60-60 with Trample. Well, it's like 100-100 with Trample. It's still pretty bad. I mean, that's basically Penumbra's damage. And it's even more capacity, maybe. Maybe Infect. Like, I want 2 champions. I want Wildington and I want Primordium at the same time. I think that would be amazing. Segas Jr. asks, have you ever found a use for Burn Bright? I assume you mean Firelight? Yeah, Extinguish Burnout. What I've found, a good way of doing this... Oh, you mean Eternal Flame? Oh, Eternal Flame is amazing. It's actually one of the better ones. You play her, she does her damage, she dies, she comes back, and you play her again, and she does more damage. After 5 deaths, she does 300 damage. And she's already done damage up to that point. She's actually an amazing champion. Extremely, like, lots of damage. You put her in front, she tanks, she dies, she comes back. Firelight? Firelight is probably the weakest one. It is useful. I've found that if you combine 1 level of Firelight and 1 level of Eternal Flame, she can come back, die, be endless every turn, come back, tank a shot, die, burn out. You want to have lots of units behind her in Firelight form. You want to have like 4 drafts behind her, and the drafts get insanely strong damage output. But you got to be careful because they don't get a lot of health, and you can't make the draft quick, otherwise they will kill the enemies without Firelight Little Fade dying, which means that you're not actually gaining the value of killing her every turn. Unless you don't give her Endless, in which case you have to make sure you can mold her back every turn. So Firelight is the finickiest. Little Icarus can be one of the strongest, especially if you go Umbra. And you get that relic that makes the first unit have 2 damage shield every turn. Eternal Flame is the easiest to work with, though. Maybe we could go Eternal Flame. I mean, she'll come back. By turn 3, she does 120 damage. It's pretty bad. Primordium is good, it's just slow. Maybe you just want aggressive edible on Primordium. More damage. But the enemies do so much damage. Yeah, but still. You know what you need? You need Dante. You need Dante and Primordium, and then your problems are solved. As long as Dante can get all the freaking kills. But I actually think that maybe Primordium combined with a Wildington would be ideal. Anyways, get me out of here. I've been talking for too long.